Hello and welcome to EXP Nashville We Update. We are going to have some fun here today. A little bit different topic, but I think you're all going to really enjoy it. As usual, we have the amazing Burnett Group team, Matt and Marty Burnett. They are incredible real estate professionals, investors, builders, real estate professionals. They do everything here in the Nashville area, but they have brought a special guest for us today. We have Melanie Tanz, and she is an A-plus star casting director for a new TV show that is coming to Nashville that Matt and Marty know about. They've been involved with some other things before. They're going to share about a little bit. But Melanie, we are so excited to have you. I know that we are kind of hush-hush on some of the project and what it is, but we can talk about some things. So I just want to welcome you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. This is great. I mean, this is much better than sitting on my computer for hours doing outreach. I love it.
So thank you for having people.
What?
Well, Melanie, I know that this, can you share a little bit of what the TV show topic is?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we are casting for a new television show. It's a renovation series, and we are casting in Nashville, which we're really, really excited about. I cannot tell you the name of the show or the host, because that's our exciting big announcement that you're going to all find out about. But what I would love to share with you is it's an exterior and front, back, an incredible opportunity to renovate the outside of your home.
Matt and Marty, you caught wind of this, and so you brought Melanie on. Let's talk about that and your experience kind of on the TV side with renovation.
Absolutely. We were lucky enough to get to work with the Property Brothers when they were in Nashville a couple years ago, and we had so much fun. We got to meet that crew. They were amazing and wonderful. Matt actually got to work construction-wise with them. I got to work with them on the real estate side. It was a lot of fun. So we kind of got the taste for TV, and it was just a blast, and everybody we met was amazing. So that kind of got us in the circulation with this whole TV show thing. So now every time somebody comes into town to do a show, we get connected in to help try to find families that want to, participate, especially on the renovation or real estate side of the show.
Matt, with your experience as a builder, how fun is this to see a show like this coming into town?
It is fun. When we did the last one, it was a lot of fun. It was a little bit hectic, but they were very well organized, and just kind of seeing the behind the scenes how it all worked together. But it was a great experience. So I expect this one to be something similar to that. I'm looking forward to hearing more about what an exterior is. What are they looking for? What kind of houses are they looking for? Is it just the house itself, or even is it a pool and backyard area, or who may be watching this today that has a house that may be a candidate for it? What's that look like?
That's a good question. And Melanie, from casting, that's your specialty. It's what you do. What is it you guys are looking for? What is that process like for you? Walk us through that.
Yeah, no, great, all great questions. So we are looking for homeowners that own their home. And basically, we are looking for properties, and we're looking for different kinds of homes. Big, small, colonial. Love a variety on these the series, but the most important thing is that your front yard, in front of your home, and the backyard is screaming for renovation. It really can use our expertise. We're looking for some rough yards, shall we say, and where we really can see that transformation. I mean, as you know, all of these shows, it's all about the before and the after. So the worse it looks, I say that with a big heart, the worse your property looks, and we can see the work that we do and the expertise that we bring to the table, creating that beautiful, beautiful facade. So looking for homes that really need our expertise, where we can really see a dramatic transformation. Each property
We froze up a little bit.
Uh-oh.
See if she comes back to us. Marty, why don't you give your input on some of this? How fun is this from your perspective as well?
Yeah, working in and just kind of spreading the word to find people that have, thought about doing exterior renovations has been kind of fun. It's been a great topic of conversation with people that I run into and that sort of thing. So, and in talking to Melanie, they do the greater Nashville area. So I'm assuming they'll do some that are suburban, some that are urban, and then potentially some that are rural as well, just to get that diversity going on those. From my conversations with Melanie, they are they are open to, we've had a lot of devastation in Nashville over the last couple of years with the tornado and things like that. So she did mention potentially like somebody that had some damage from the tornado, that is looking to come in and get that repaired. So that she was telling me a little bit about, it was also about the family or the people that are living there too, and kind of their story that goes along with the renovation project. So
welcome back, Melanie.
Sorry.
We got you. It happens. We've got you.
Yes. So I don't know where I left off, but just to expand the renovation, the time allocated for each reno is approximately 4 weeks. So that is sort of, we're not in there for months doing a renovation. It is a 4-week reno.
So how do you guys about creative input from the homeowners? I know that when we worked with the on the Property Builder show, they did take into consideration the homeowners and their needs and that sort of thing. But there were designers, that were there that really led the way on that. What does that look like for this show? Is that going to be similar, or is that how will the homeowners play into that?
Absolutely. So what we do, generally speaking, on all of these shows is we want the input from the homeowners. We want what's on what I call their wish list. And then they have to trust us to create that transformation. So we have that expertise, but we do listen to them. We ask them sometimes for a Pinterest board or an inspiration board or some ideas that they'd like to see. If they're big gardeners and we want to know that you want a garden, if you love entertaining in your backyard and you want a beautiful fire pit screened in backyard, so we want to take into consideration the way you live and what you want. Oh, okay, we'll get one for you, Marty. Listen, it's a collaboration in the sense that we want to know what the homeowners would like to see, but then they have to give us the freedom to manifest that for them.
That just sounds so great and so fun. I know that Nashville is ready for this. You guys, real estate has just been booming. Everybody's going in a million directions, with this industry right now. And what a refreshing pace to bring back what everybody loves to watch is the renovation. And like you said, that before and after is what everybody's like, oh, I want to see those pictures. We want to see that footage. And you guys are bringing in such a fresh face to that. As far as people reaching out, or is there still time? Are you still casting? Can they go to Matt and Marty where they can connect with you? How can we get people in touch?
Absolutely. You can reach out to Marty and Matt. They have my contact information and they can absolutely connect us. The other option is to go to Scott Brothers, their website. You'll find a casting crane. You'll find our casting notice, and you can go on to their website and it'll say, outdoor casting renovation series, and then just type that in and it will take us right to our website and right to me. So either way, ultimately, you can find me on Facebook, Melanie Tanz, and reach out to me that way. So lots of ways to connect. The one thing I will share is that we are looking for the homeowner to contribute toward the renovation. It's $40,000 toward the renovation, so you can get an idea of the magnitude of the work that we're going to do. But there is value for the homeowners, and if you're interested, I'm happy. Whoever wants to chat further, I can explain more about the process. But it's for people that there's a lot of homeowners that I talk to that just don't know how to renovate. They can't. The vision is not there for them, and that's why these shows are so great. I mean, Marty and Matt, you must know that, like, people, even the inside of people's homes, like, I just can't spatially figure it out. The outside is even more challenging for so many people.
I agree. And Nashville, Matt can speak to this, but Nashville's booming right now. And it's tough to even find contractors to do renovation type things. So, and much less have, the organization that I know happen for the interior renovations. So I can, having the landscape designers and the different things like that. I mean, just finding those people that will do your job is tough. So that is another benefit to the homeowners that are looking to do that, is connecting with you guys. You have all those resources and it will be fully organized for them, so they're getting a huge bang for their buck there. Talk to us a little bit, Melanie, about the extent you mentioned front yard, backyard. Let's say the house needs a facelift, maybe it's got really terrible curb appeal. Maybe the brick is ugly and the windows are kind of funky. Are you guys doing like replacement windows and painting brick and doing landscape and like, talk to us about the depth of what you guys are doing? I know in the backyard you mentioned screen-in porches and fire pits and entertainment spaces. So go into a little bit more detail on the types of renovations that you guys are doing, so people will know if that fits into what they're wanting.
Yeah, thanks, Marty. I mean, I will do my best. I am purely a casting director. I wish I was a designer too, and I'm not. But I will, we will do the hard landscaping, the greenery, the hard lands, like, stone landscaping, paint, anything that can transform that front or back. I can't give you the specifics on like what elements that sort of incorporates, only because I don't do the scope of work. But I can tell you, generally speaking, it is landscaping, hard landscaping, paint, whatever. Marty, you probably know more of the languaging than I do on this stuff, and that. But anything that you require to transform that space, hard, soft, landscaping, that's, we're on it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I can say probably that $40,000. I feel like they're going to get a lot more than $40,000 worth of value out of that. I know from my other experience, the amount that those people would pay in, there's so much more that they get than that dollar amount, because of all the people involved and things. So I think that would be it can make a huge difference on that.
It's really.
Yeah,
really exciting.
Looking at it, and like I said, and Matt can speak to this, but Nashville's crazy. I mean, Matt's a GC of 20 years, and he is we have trouble finding subcontractors to do things. So just having somebody that has the resources of, having people that can come in and do this project for you. The big thing that I recall from when we worked on the TV show last time was just the professionalism of the designers. I mean, I'm like Melanie, I'm by no means a designer. I can know what I can look at and it looks good. But when it comes to exterior, I can help you pick colors, but don't ask me to place plants and what will grow and what will die and what will, that sort of thing. And I think one of the most difficult thing is that landscape design. And, where do you put the fire pit? And aesthetically, what does that look like with the pergola or the screen-in porch? And how does that work with parties? So again, those are priceless type items that if you were to hire somebody in just to do the design work, you're going to spend a fortune. So yeah, a $40,000 investment to have a transformation of the exterior house, I think is going to be a whole lot more value there than what you would input.
So when would this potentially start? Like what time of this project?
We are heading out to Nashville the end of April. So the beginning of May, we're gonna be there, and so May, June, maybe into July, and maybe so those are sort of. But we are starting the end of April, first week of May. So this is very exciting.
People need to reach out right away. If you're at all interested, reach out to Matt and Marty, go to the site and reach out right away if you want to be a part of this. Matt and Marty, do you think that Nashville is ready for this?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be great. And again, Melanie, you mentioned this earlier when you and I were talking, with the devastation and the things that have happened in Nashville with the tornado and things like that, hopefully, this will be a huge blessing on some families that are trying to get some things done. With the boom in construction and then the tornado on top of that, it really made it difficult for people to get things fixed and repaired and back in shape. So hopefully this will be a blessing on a lot of families as well, to have them in town taking care of some of this.
Absolutely. I mean, those are the stories that we love to hear. I mean, besides the fact that we're providing these incredible renovations to the exterior, but we also want to help people. I mean, these shows, I've been working on them for a long time, and the takeaway and the best part of the shows for me are to be able to help a homeowner that would not know how to do it elsewise. And the tornado that you guys had, I've had a couple people apply, and wow, like just amazing stories. So yeah, I would love to hear those stories. They're great, and we'd love to help a lot of those families if we could.
That's fantastic.
I think we're all excited to hear those stories. I can't wait for this to happen. And Matt and Marty, again, you guys just seem to know everyone and everything that is going on in Nashville. And it is always such a fun surprise to see what you have in store here every Wednesday. And this week, no doubt, was amazing. Melanie, we can't thank you enough for taking the time to come on and share this. We got to have it first, top secret, new show coming to Nashville. You heard it here. Jump in and reach out to Matt and Marty and get that information if you are at all interested. Do not wait. And they can answer all of your questions and get you in the right direction. Thank you all for coming on and talking about this today. Really excited to see this show develop.
Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Melanie.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.